We sincerely doubt that Jeffrey Epstein ever owned a nice list. But the whole world is about to find out who is on his naughty list. According to a report in the Messenger, the Southern District Court of New York was expected to start releasing names of more than 150 individuals tied to Epstein, those identified as victims, associates, or co-conspirators. And the list allegedly reads like a who's who. Individuals already thrown under the media's press bus by premature leaks include former U.S. President Bill Clinton and England's Prince Andrew. But other rich and powerful people, soon to be unmasked, reportedly sit high atop the worlds of finance, science, the law, media, and entertainment. Make no mistake, Jeffrey Epstein was a convicted sex offender sentenced to 18 months for the sexual solicitation of a minor as part of a 2008 Florida plea deal. 10 years later, the Miami Herald linked the purportedly late financier and pedophile to 80 young women who claimed they were victims of Epstein's sexual abuse. The magnitude of the corruption, the weight of the allegations, and the positions of its participants raised the scandal to a whole new level. This is not your typical case of bad company corrupting good morals, or guilt by association. While no criminal charges have been filed yet against any individuals about to be unmasked by order of federal judge Loretta Preska, no one should underestimate the results of their pending trials in the powerful court of public opinion. Many named here have already claimed their place in Epstein's Hall of Shame. For Americans with a conscience and more than one remaining shred of morality, two issues remain though. First, we mourn the victims, the youngsters of both sexes so misused and abused by many in positions of power simply because they could and did. We also wonder whether the dam of silence surrounding Jeffrey Epstein and his privileged, protected friends is about to break. There are signs. Also, questions of geopolitics exist. Was Jeffrey Epstein blackmailing his guests by making and keeping videos of their illicit encounters with underage targets? Was Epstein acting on behalf of others? Did any evidence disappear, and if so, who has it? Published reports indicate FBI agents broke into Epstein's safe, removing CDs and computer hard drives with potentially incriminating evidence during an initial raid on his New York home. Yet days later, when lawmen returned to the home with a search warrant to seize those items, many were gone. Eventually, all the CDs and hard drives which appeared in the FBI photos were said to have been turned over to the agency by Epstein's lawyers. But how did his lawyers gain access to the materials which were left in Epstein's house? And can anyone be sure that data on those disks was not destroyed or altered? Clearly, Jeffrey Epstein and many of his guests believed they could indefinitely get away with their pay-to-play, hypocritical, and illegal lifestyles. For years, many of them have done just that. Is this about to change? Or will the legal double standard separating Hillary's guilty, irredeemable masses from their innocent, untouchable masters ever be dismantled? It's time for Lady Justice to slide her mask back into place and start hoisting honest scales again.